Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As protocol demand, I am George Onyibi, and a very quick one this morning. I want us to look at the message I simply titled, Taking Advantage of Both Sides of the Coin. You see, we live in a world where a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yes, like I said, we're living in an era where a lot of things about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding may elude us because of our ability to manage the information at our disposal. And this morning, a lot of things has been going on around us as a people, around Nigeria. It always goes on. A lot of things always occur. But how we manage the information we have been able to process at every given time will determine the positioning of our people in the next dispensation. And the mindset behind this message is simple. Taking advantage of both sides of the coin and use it for your own good. And honestly, when we look at the religious description of the Creator, there are a lot of pertinent questions one will begin to ask. But believe me, if we begin to ask such questions, we not only present ourselves to be foolish, but void of knowledge. And so, the only way to walk with the Creator, the only way to be in harmony with nature, is to accept one simple truth, that there is two sides to every coin. It does not matter the one you love more. Let's look at your Naira as a Nigeria. You notice most of you have not taken time to look at the two sides of the Naira. In fact, most of you don't know what is behind the Naira. Let's look at this. This is 500 Naira. And most of you don't even know it's 500 Naira. It's the picture, the image there that tells you it's 500 Naira. And I guess if I ask Nigerians, born in Nigeria, brought up in Nigeria, adult in Nigeria, what money is this? Despite the color, many of them will not know it's 500 Naira. Why did I say so? This is how life is. Most of us continue to engage on the positive side and does not have anything to do with the negative side. And that is why most people will say, don't be, you're being too negative. I don't want negative energy around me. It's okay. But I tell you, if you must survive ultimately at the end, you will understand why God created the day and He created the night. You will understand why there is pain and then there is relief. You will understand why people will cry and then people will rejoice. And why am I bringing this up? Today in Nigeria, there are a lot of political maneuver. There are a lot of activities from the expansionists. We are not the target now because our future has been taken from us already. If you are born between 1966 till, let's say, 2000, I do not see much about those born from 2000 downwards. But if you're born around 1965 till, let's say, 2005, understand your future was taken from you as a Nigeria. Because those people who were born before the war had access to government funds to go to training overseas, went to the best schools around the world. These people, father, are very poor people. But all of them, when you hear their history, he finished secondary school, he now went to Kwatangora University in America, he now went to, one will begin to wonder, who is their parents? Very poor people. And I'm sure their parents is poorer than my parents. But all of them schooled in America, Harvard, Oxford University. Why? Because even the colonial master we condemn gave their life to them. Despite the fact we talk about indirect law, they still gave them opportunity to have sense. And after the Igbo confusion, the next generation, our life was taken from us. And so we are not the target per se. The political maneuver going around now, it's all about controlling the future of the next generation because they have us where they want us to be now. We only go to diaspora because we are frustrated or we are disappointed in Nigeria or we claim we are looking for greener pasture. Those who have money go at ease. Those who don't have money may die at Libya or one of these Mediterranean Sea or one armed robber hand or one kidnapper hand. Only God knows. And so we haven't seen this aforetime decide to begin to appeal to the conscience of our people. Because even those born in our era who are supposed to make sure that the next generation of our people are not sold out are even the instrument to the undoing of the next generation. The next generation, you're born from, let's say, 2000 till this very day, I can only pray for God to guide all of you, because you don't know the world you are living in. They will say it's advanced war. Nothing advanced. If advancedness is losing our mind, then we'll have issue as a problem, as a people. And so when I say take advantage of the two sides of the coin, it's simple. When we come on social media in a time like this, having created an avenue that exposed the hypocrisy of the Igbo Biafra, all of us begin to descend on them. We begin to expose their atrocities around Nigeria and the rest of the world. And we're going to hold them there for a very long time until they show remorse and genuine repentance. And most of you are happy. Every day Igbo this, every day Igbo that, every day Igbo this. All these things are true. But I want you to understand, like I always tell you, it is not their hatred that drives us. And why we castigate them, why we expose them for who they truly are, why we talk about them. On the other side of the coin, we are asking you to develop a defense mechanism so that they will not be able to maneuver the next generation of your people. You think they are my concern? Igbo do this, Igbo do that, so that what they did to us, they can't do it to our children. No, you can imagine. I have to abandon my children. They couldn't even assess me for more than 10 years to follow Igbo people to do Biafra. The same Igbo people turn around that they want to destroy me. And my children know me. What are you going to tell them as Igbo person? No, what are you going to tell them about Biafra? But I thank God for everything that has happened. I took advantage of both sides of the coin. I was happy when they were showering my praise on Radio Biafra, calling me beautiful names. I really loved it. But then we come to an era where I will be insulted. It really broke me down. It was not easy to overcome. But you see, emotionally almost destroyed, I embrace it. And now the Bible says there is time to live and time to die. There is time to gain and time to lose. Yes, at that moment, I knew I cannot run away from it. I embrace it. The insult keep coming. My heart keep broken. The insult keep coming. The blackmail, the accusation, the allegation, all of them keep coming. And I say, Father, I yield myself to you. I absorbed it. Do you know now I love insult? I love blackmail. Because I accepted the other side of the coin. I knew the other side of the coin. And now I'm taking advantage of the other side of the coin. Drop your insult. They are running. Nobody wants to insult again, but they must insult. But I never knew I could be this strong until now. I'm coming. You see, when I say engage the both side of the coin of what we are doing today, I need you to pay attention very closely. The life we live today, it's morning already over here. And everybody is very active, running from one end to another, believing they are going to make ends meet on the expense of their body. You go to work, you come back in the evening, you wear out. But most of us don't like the night. But believe me, without the night, the day is useless and a very horrible moment to be in. And so after wearing yourself out in the day, the night you hate so much become the moment for your healing. And most of you do not know that the moment you go to bed at night, you begin to heal. Your body begins to regenerate. And this gives you the strength and ability to continue the next day. But I don't think anybody like to associate with the night. And if you do not take advantage of the day and the night that God has created, everything that God has created, growth take place in the night hour, not the daytime. They gather energy as you gather wet in the daytime, and then at night, the regrowth take place. And so why we are exposing these Igbo Biafra criminals everywhere? Of course, with their counterpart, because they are not doing this alone, just that others has not come out. You need to choose one side of the coin, because they own the other side of the coin. And now this is how it goes. We come here and we tell you that Igbo Biafra People Unity Beggars Association are up to no good. Their frustration, their desire, their target is to have access to the Atlantic Ocean. But we have enlightened them that you do not need this ocean to be wealthy. Oyo State is there, one of the highest states generating revenue in the whole Nigeria. They are not in Lagos State. They don't have boundary with any ocean, but they are generating revenue. That is their own side of coin. That is to remind them we cannot allow them to unite us, because their unity is 419. Not every of our people will agree, but they are the other side of the coin. Because their unity comes with different characteristics which are unethical. When you say you are not Igbo, they say you are stupid, you are idiot, kakaraman, efulefu, Ezi, because you say you are not Igbo. Yet they want to unite with Ezi. Go and ask Ebukobi, they want to unite with Ndwa Liriri. That is their side of the coin. When we begin to tell you, look at these people, what they are trying to do is changing orientation. Ikore is Igbo, Abo is Igbo. And the moment you agree, yes, we are Igbo, they now switch it. Ikore speak Igbo language, Abo speak Igbo language. He say, yes, we speak Igbo language. And then they go to the final stage. Ikore land is Igbo land, Abo land is Igbo land. And some of you will still be ignorant. He say, yeah, we agree. But I ask you, as South man, can any of you tell me what you benefit? Those of you South that were part of the old Eastern region, what did you benefit from old Eastern region? Not to talk of those of us from South that were coming from the Midwestern region. What did you benefit from Igbo people? Nothing. And so their own duty is to try and to recolonize us, subconsciously, philosophically changing the orientation of the next generation of our people. We will not allow them to pull through. And not all of them are in support of this shenanigan. And so they are learning. Anytime we expose them that Biafra agitators are criminal, the true progressive-minded Igbo people are learning. Anytime we accuse them of terrorizing the Southeast and some part of South, if not the whole Nigeria, if we tell them that Nnamdi Kanu and his group are terrorists, tell them about the unknown government, that they are the Eastern Security Network, which all of them endorse. They are agreeing gradually. They are crying. They are wailing because the water have reached their neck, like I told you. That is their own side of the coin. And believe me, like the people of Nineveh, they will change. They could change if the level of the damage done to them orientally has not gotten to the level where they are beyond redemption. They are supposed to change. When we say Igbos are pushing drug, Igbo elders should begin to stop their children from getting involved in dirty deals. And they may change. They may change. They can learn because they are not enjoying it now. Everything they have done to sabotage me, it's not working. And they must hear the truth. And they are endorsing it. I think they are the one crying now. Oh, they have killed 500,000 people in my community. It is IPOB terrorists. We cannot hide it any longer. It's Igbo people who they will learn. And so one day you will be surprised. Igbos will decide not to travel out again. They will tell their people, let's manage our territory. Don't be surprised one day. Igbos will wake up one day and say, let us develop our place. Because don't mind these brainless individuals who are only proud to tell you, we develop Lagos, we develop Abuja. Some of them, you still use pit toilets in their community today. I'm not sure there is any village in the Southeast you will see pit toilets. I'm not very sure. But I can tell you more than 35% of the communities in the Southeast are still using pit toilets. They are the one developing the whole Nigeria. But get the other side of the coin. Don't be surprised these people will wake up one day and say it's time to develop our land. We know their fears. That means they will tackle their fears. Because they are the one that envy themselves. Yeah, the page is constantly under attack. So we will continue doing what we are doing. So like I was saying, they are the problem of themselves. I went somewhere where we were having a drink. And then one Igbo man was very angry. He was explaining to another Igbo man. And they don't understand, I understand Igbo. And that one was crying and say, see where we live. All of us here in Igbo. See as we the measure show that they drag who are big pass. He said, look at us. And then another Igbo man says, see my own compound. We have Bayasa, we have Ikwiri, we have different tribe, we have everybody. It's all of us use the same generator. And that reminds me when I was living in Rumola. That big compound I live, we have only 2 generators. Those of us who have the capacity that if I on my generator, everybody in that very quarter must have light. Because all we needed it for is just the bulb, maybe television. Just small generator. Because they understand why life must be conducive, comfortable for all. But the problem why Igbo people are running from their home is that even when they build at home, they are not building to develop their place. They are building to show that they have arrived. And they will move on and mock Yoruba, that Yoruba, all the building in their villages in 1940, 1970, 2000. But if Yoruba think that building mansion is actually development, don't worry. The development in Lagos has taken over Ogun State. Very soon it will get to Oyo. But I know you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. The Igbo people may decide to comb this menace, where this mentality of trying to be better than everybody is managed. And then they will begin to develop their home. And if you think they are taking paracetamol, swallow the insult, and move on as if nothing is happened, then think again. My people of South. Now, the other side of the coin now is simple.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you doing to comb the menace?
Yes.
Remember, they have not succeeded. And so each time we say, these people are doing like this, these people are doing like that, these people are doing like that. What you are supposed to be doing is to begin to have a rethink and make sure those things don't happen. That is your own side of the coin. Their own side of the coin is that they are receiving the woto now, if you understand. And they could decide to make amends and turn a new leaf. That is their own side of the coin. Today, it looks like the history, the testimony is in our favor. What are we supposed to do? Fold our hand and be entertained? And you think in your tiniest mind, that is why we are here? Then think again. Our own side of the coin is to get ready and get your people prepared. Get ready and get prepared for what? And how is that? Number one, the Southeast today don't speak with one voice. I reminded you yesterday. When you talk about Southeast, you think it's one state. You pinch Abia, Imo will start crying. You pinch Imo, Anambra will take paracetamol. You pinch Anambra, Enugu will jump up. But you will tell me Igbo don't love themselves. No, South, we love ourselves. Oh, loving South. My brother, this is your own side of the coin. You must deal with it. The South must have a forum where they will talk about our region. Or are we going to fault the Southwest for all the governor for working together? Let me tell you. Once in the Southeast, during the time of IPOB, some of them agreed with Nnamdi Kanu. I mean the governors. Some did not agree. The ones that did not agree with Nnamdi Kanu because of his scalawa nature refused to identify with them. People like Rogers Ogorocha in the first instance has a strong stand against Nnamdi Kanu. People like David Umahi in the later time disassociated from anything Biafra. But despite their disassociation, Southeast still work like one. Let's go to South. Have you noticed in the Southwest that the governors of the Southwest don't quarrel with their predecessor? Most of you don't notice it. Yoruba man will come and become governor. The moment his tenure finish, he will move on. Another Yoruba man will take over. And then that one that take over now, we look at where the immediate past governor stop. They will continue from there. They know, this man must have stolen money. This man must have embezzled money. But that is not the issue. Watch Yoruba very well. No governor fight with his predecessors. That is why I tell you, this is our own side of the coin. Oh. But let's come to South. Look, go to Benin now. You'll be hearing Igodaro do this one, Ogodoboro do this one, Abagara do this one. There is no governor that live without another governor fighting another governor. I give it to Delta State. Because somewhere along the line, for some reason, we were able to manage it. So when Iburi finished, he handed over to his pal, Uduaga. When Uduaga finished, he handed over to another his pal, Ukowa. And when Ukowa finished, he handed over to Sheriff. Watch Delta State. You will not hear, this one is embezzle money. This one didn't embezzle money. I know when you follow them one after the other, you will see what is called embezzlement in personification. But I'm coming. And then you move to Rivers State. Peter Odili left. As Peter Odili left, Amechi Anome has started. Amechi Anome has ended. Wike enter. Wike now is Fubara. My people, this is your side of the coin. All this one will concern you. I'm taking you somewhere. That is Rivers State for you. And then you move to Cross River State. The same thing. One big grammar to another. I think it's Akwa Ibom, Cross River and Rivers, Akwa Ibom, since a little bit, no story. Akpabio and the rest of them are not killing themselves. But these are individual. Go back to the Southwest. There is no governor that has ever fought with his predecessor. Those that had reason, before the quarrel will start, the elder statesman will wade into the matter and settle it. Bam. There are issues of disagreement trying to arise. It's in human nature. But the elders or their custodians will wade into the matter and say, let there be peace. Because that is their own side of the coin. Our political leader in the South. When will you people develop the ability for Delta State governor to weigh into the problem in Rivers State? When will you people develop the capacity for Rivers State governor to interfere in the problem taking place in Cross River State? My people, when are we going to develop the capacity for Cross River State governor to weigh into matter happening in Akwa Ibom? Not for political party gain, not for individual gain, but for the sake of protecting our region, making it a tourist attraction and a prosperous place for all to live. When? This is our own side of the coin. No? So no matter what you say about Igbo people, call the Southeast, they are there. Are we going to talk about the North? They are masters of the game. And now it boils down to what we are doing. Our work cut across the political platform. It cut across the monarch institutions. It cut across the academians. It cut across even the common people. It's our own side of the game. Our own side of the coin. What are we doing with it? Now let's look at it. Every state in the South does not have your economic space is not controlled by you. There is no state in the South that control their economic space. And these are some of the things we are calling. We need to put our eye there. What do I mean? If you come to Rivers State, I could say that 90% of all the business hub, no, let me not exaggerate. 70% of all the business hub belong to Igbo people. Is it a crime? No. But this is where the problem comes in. Ikure people, Rivers State people, Kalabari people, Okreka people, Ogoni people, Andoni people, Ndoni people, Abu, Ahoda, Adu, Aomoko, Akaboko, all of you, allow them to prosper and take advantage of your economic space. But will they allow that to happen in the Southeast? No. They may not chase you, but they will frustrate you. You will not be able to do that. But then, if we know we don't have the capacity to control our economic space, then we task them. Because this is our economic space. That is what they do in Lagos. That is what they do in Ogun State. That is what they do in Oyo State. That is what they do in Sasa. Come and do every business. They have policy to checkmate you. So that every money you make in their region, you must pay percentage to the indigene of that region. But what is happening in South? For instance, you had somebody going to threaten Lagos people, Yoruba people, that he is the king of Ndigbo in Lagos, that if they misbehave, he will bring IPOB to disturb them. And I'm sure in prison, he will get sense. Our duty, our own side of the coin, is how do we manage our economic space. Did I say let's chase Igbo? No. Did I say let's destroy their business? No. We must control our economic space. If not, they will still be mocking you, lazy people. You are selling land. They will be mocking you. Remember, they didn't bring money to your community. It is your money they are collecting through fraudulent means and sincere means. It's your money they are collecting and using it to buy your property because you don't have VC. Some of you think I'm entertaining you. No. This is our own side of the coin. Remember, I started by telling you that Igbo people are learning. And like the people of Nineveh, overnight they may repent. All this bragado, all this gra-gra, all this buga-buga, they were shocking themselves after we have finished using mud to dumb away remove them. And then they would have known what it means to be a scalawa and what it means to be a sincere person. And you can never beat them again. You see me? I know what it means to be hungry. And I know what it means to live in influence. So you can't entice me. Our side of this coin in this matter is trying to protect our land from expansionists and invaders and infiltrators. What are we doing about it? Only very people are proactive in this quest, in this journey. Somebody will come and marry your sister. It is not the love of raising a family with your people that interests them. It is how to penetrate your people. And by the time you are saying, these people born by these people are talking rubbish. No, it's your culture. Your culture allows it. Any culture of yours that exposes you to danger, any tradition of yours that will lead to the undoing of your people, any tradition, practice to the detriment of your people, need to be reviewed. Don't let anybody deceive you. We have been trying to raise up groups, South movement. We understand the frustration. We understand the challenges from all across the world. We understand the implication. But it's not a do or die affair. First of all, we need to know that this side of our coin, we must be in charge. There are many efforts to register different groups and organizations. Trying to have an influence like Ohanaeze Ndigbo, World Igbo Congress and Alagbo Development Union. Trying to carry the same relevant like Afenifere and Oduduwa People's Congress, to mention but a few. Trying to raise the same group like you have in the Arewa Consultative Forum and the Miatiala Cattle Breeders Association, who has a say in Nigeria. But each time we come forward, you hear cock and bull story. Are they afraid of South-South? But we didn't choose South-South. They gave us South-South out of mockery. Don't you see them still mock us as South-South? And our politicians think it doesn't mean. You don't need a voice. You are afraid this voice will overthrow you. Have you seen Arewa Consultative Forum overthrow government? Have you seen Miati Allah destroy any political party? Have you seen Afenifere go against any political ambition? Have you seen Oduduwa People Congress come to talk anything about governor or anything? Even Ohanaeze Ndigbo and World Igbo Congress, have you seen them come out to issue any disclaimer about the atrocity happening in Igbo land? And then why are you afraid that in our own coin, we should not have this mouth? We know why you are afraid, but there is no need to be afraid. And we know you cannot achieve it today. But we are telling you that you need it to survive. You need it to survive. People of the South-South, what are you doing with your own side of the coin? I can go on and on and on. If you will understand, you will understand. If you will not understand, you will still not understand. It's not the hatred of anybody that drives us, but being a people that have been constantly threatened and our future not secured, neither are we sure of what tomorrow will bring for us. I think it's time we not just learn how they are functioning, but begin to develop a defense mechanism that will ensure our survival when we get to the next stage. Developing the ability that enables us to improvise, adapt at any given time to be able to survive. I call it onslaught, but will you understand? You are looking at the uncompleted building. This is where we hold them. You are looking at my broken pidgin English. It's okay, I'm not a British man. And you're looking at the insult. What they will not do in their land, they are doing it in your land. I just told you about you. Nigeria is supposed to be enjoying unity in diversities. Nigeria is supposed to be teaching the world. But now that we have greedy people, will you allow them to eat you as food? Will you allow them to eat you as a food? My mother will say, but God knows why. God knows why. And now we are baton. We don't have teeth. You can see what they are using us. If you don't understand what I say, go and ask question. I cannot behold your more arabu. And you are the more which on where let me begin to vomit it. There is need for massive equation. There is need for regrouping of the people of South-South. We have something to offer. Let's develop our place. Let's develop our youth. Let's develop our human capacity. We have something to offer. Where are the fishermen? Can you still go and fish? The answer is no. Why? Because they are doing oil exploration there. Does it mean you cannot own fish farm again? Where are those of you farming? Can you still farm? Now, I said that Igbo herdsmen or Fulani herdsmen, they are chasing you everywhere in the village. And you think you're going to do it alone. And by the time we say, come, let's reason this thing together, some of you feel it doesn't concern you. My brother, this is your own side of the coin. Nigeria is listening to their own side of the coin. And they are making amends. And that is why you see President Ahmed Bola Tinubu doing everything he can to upset the balance. Most of you thought that when they say subsidy remove, we will die. It didn't make our life better. Now we have acclimatized. We have adjusted. We have been able to develop defense mechanism. Now we used to eat 3 times a day. Now we eat 1. Even those eating half square meal a day, nobody is complaining. Subsidy is gone. Those criminals will never lay hand on subsidy again. But if they divert ways of stealing the money, it's okay. Their time will come. And now they are talking about tax reform bill. Some people are crying foul already when they are not the only Nigeria. Why? He's trying to upset the balance. And let us hope that in the nearest future, we could look forward and say, it was President Ahmed Bola Tinubu that gave power to Nigerians. Power to true self back to Nigerians. Because all we want is fairness, equity, transparency, which amount to justice. If you understand what I'm telling you, you will understand. If you don't understand, try and listen to the broadcast again. My candid advice this morning, until we begin to make all is simple. Go to your community. Control your economic space. Control your land, your monarchy space, your space of authority. Control the order of your slave. Control the order of your custodians. You will not understand. But just keep tuning to this platform. In the coming days, we will change our pattern. The Igbos' criminality, these useless Biafra Igbos, are not of concern to us. It's just that we want to let them know that they don't have monopoly over this. The same people committing crime, the same people blaming game. Let me tell you why they have to be addressed properly, adequately, without fail. You see, as a young man, my father constantly called me to advise me about life. And one of those instances, he said to me, son, if you get married tomorrow and you marry this kind of woman that when you talk, she will start crying. If you talk, she will start crying. He said, my son, if you can't stop her, pack your load and run. That woman, they kill husband. There is a name he called them in my dialect. He said, any woman that, any small thing with the husband, it's my father say, my son, run. Don't look back. That woman will kill you. It may not be with knife. It may not be with poison. But you see, this is how it works. Each time your wife cries against you, he turned the forces of nature against you. Each time the wife cries and your neighbor notice it, they will call you a bad man and all of their hatred will be directed towards you. And each time your wife cries and he eats her up, she may kill you. Wrong. You must teach your wife to be brave. You must teach your wife to be strong. You must teach your wife to be able to stand up to you and talk to you back. But not in a disrespectful way, but as claiming her rights. And boom, some years later, I fell in love. A very fragile woman. But I said, what do you mean? Why are you still sleeping? And what my father told me came back to my mind. I said, I don't enter one chance. Do I run? I have a choice, two sides of the coin. And one day, we just had a conversation. And the thing started again. And I called her, come. I said, see what my father told me. Oh. And this your cry. I can see I'm not safe. I beg, instead of you to cry, challenge me. Let me tell you. But you see, you cry again. I won't let you kill me. That is the end. Two sides of the coin. And now today, if I say, what is happening? Say, why are you asking me? Two sides of the coin. I will remember, it's better she speak up, challenge me, respectfully, than for him to be crying. And now that is why the Igbo attitude, this Igbo criminal Biafra people attitude should be of concern to you. They'll be the one to slap you. They call, oh, they are marginalizing us, oh, they are suffering us, oh, we are marginalizing Nigeria, oh, they will not allow us to go to Abuja, oh. The same people causing the problem are the same people crying. I thought it was Boko Haram, Nigerian army and police that were killing in Igbo, not unknown gunmen. China Samwewu or China Samwuru, come and do propaganda now. Nigerian army occupation in Igbo land. Now, is it Udoka Hotel? Does it belong to Nigerian army or Nigerian police in the Ushi? And you are hiding the identity of the person. What a shame. But that is two sides of the coin. How they deal with it is their business. And how we deal and address our own issue, certainly, it's our business. I'll go to the comment section, take one or two insults, and then I'm gone. All right, let's see the insults. I see Uyi here. Good morning, Uyi. I see Izu. He say, please, may you change your background. It's not only 3 views you always get from your live broadcast. I think you are wasting your energy, yapping trash. Yes, Izu, I don't think I have up to 3 views. You see, what you don't know is bigger than you. You are Igbo man. Biafra one for that matter. You change your background. Do you know insulting me? You are insulting the entire South, but you've not seen it that way. Your insult will provoke them. They will do a studio for me. You think I don't know what I'm doing? You mock me. Change your background. We don't live fake life. You should know that about me now. But if I were to be yapping for Igbo people, as Igbo man, you will see that, hey, they will build theater for me. They will build studio for me. But when problem comes, they will abandon you. In my background, is it the message? But you see, Izu, I am happy. You are enjoying it. I can see you are laughing. I'm happy you are enjoying it. Change your background. It's uncompleted building. This is the narrow corridor I have led all of you to. And your waves of millions of swords will come to nothing. This is the uncompleted building. What a shame. Igbo Biafra. But you can't distract our people. They will know the truth, which they have already known, and they will work on that path. Because there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. I'm showing them the path. They have to walk that path. I see Onaraka, he said, this your house, you know they finish. I'm not pushing drug. I'm not doing unknown gunmen. I'm not doing kidnapping. I'm not doing baby factory. I am working legitimately. Can you tell me any civil servant in Nigeria that can build a house without taking a loan? It's not possible, except they inherit it, except they take loan, apply for loan. And I'm not a civil servant. I'm just a humble farmer. Of course, you know there is no policy to protect our farm work. So even if I stop here, let my children continue. This your house, no, they finish. You want me to push drug like your fellow Igbo Biafra people? You want me to open baby factory and bring in your sisters? Because I know a lot of Igbo women will want to work in my baby factory. But you don't have shit. To you are mocking me. That is why Igbo land has become mockery now. Nobody takes Igbo people serious anymore. They're just looking at you. You have disgraced yourself, thinking you are disgracing other people. If you are Igbo, listen to me. No Nigerian take you serious again. And the level we are going to, that is how you will be viewed around the world. This your house, no, they finish. Should I do money ritual? Should I do okite? Do I look like a Yahoo? What a shame. That one an insult. Thank God I'm not sleeping in the bridge. People sleep under the bridge. People sleep in uncompleted building. People sleep in marketplace. People sleep in the cell. What a shame. I see altered. It's a law. I don't understand what that means, but let me leave you like that. I see Daniel Onwara. I greet you, Daniel Onwara. Good morning from here. I see Chris. Say good morning, Chris. I greet you. Good morning from here. I see Edward. Good morning, Edward. I see Zubi Chanke. He said the Arewa man will not respond or comment now because this one hit not well about tax reform, which they not kicked against. Of course. This is not the hatred of anybody. If Arewa like, let them complain. If they don't like, let them complain. If Nigerians like, Wazobia like, let them do the right thing. If they like, let them not be doing the right thing. Look at Igbo now bearing the brunt. Because Igbo want to show they have sense. That is the problem. That is the problem. I see Adachi. I greet you. Good morning from here, madam. I see Odogu Ata. Odogu Mbele. So it's simple. We are not asking to dethrone anybody. We don't want to become anybody. We don't want to conquer anybody. We don't want to manipulate anybody. We just want to be our own. Respect the law you create. No way. Is it not Wazobia that formed a quota system? They divide Nigerian money into three. They now butcher it and share it. Tinubu say, no, it's wrong. Let's be fair. Is it not fairness I'm talking to you? So if you like, cry from here till tomorrow. Very soon now, we will hear, population, we are majority. We will review this majority issue. But like the purpose of this discussion is just to tell sad people, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. This is our side of the coin. Let us deal with it. Have a nice day. We'll continue from there tomorrow. Igbo Biafra people, drop your insult on the comment section. I will respond to it.